Goan Tavsalli, an eggless, flourless cucumber coconut cake, is a monsoon time treat. Once the rains begin, I am always on the lookout for Goa's seasonal monsoon vegetables when out marketing. By July, these large cucumbers, or taushe, also known as Mangalore or Madras cucumbers, start appearing in the markets and in the fresh produce stalls beside the main roads. When the cucumbers are nice and yellow, like this lovely pair, they are ready for making tavsalli, Goa's eggless, flourless, delicious monsoon cake which brings together cucumber, coconut, rawa and sugarcane jaggery. If you don't get this cucumber where you live, you can substitute 6 to 7 of these regular cucumbers for the quantities in this recipe. Before we take a look at the ingredients, we have to prepare the cucumber and the jaggery for accurate measuring. For the first step, carefully de-seed 2 Madras cucumbers. Use a spoon to ensure you remove all the seeds, as these large Madras cucumbers have hard seeds. If you are using the regular cucumbers, you can skip this step if the seeds are soft enough. Then peel and grate the cucumbers. Make sure you grate the cucumber fine since the flesh will be used for a cake. Next, let's shape the jaggery so we can measure it. To obtain 1.5 cups, I shaved approximately 350 grams of jaggery. Now we are ready. We've got all the ingredients ready to make our tavsalli, and Jaya is going to show us the ingredients. So first we have 3 cups of our lovely grated big Madras cucumbers. And when I say cup, what I mean is a common kitchen katori, not the measuring cup. Whatever cup you choose, the measurements are relative to that cup size. So if you are using a measuring cup, then use 3 cups of cucumber to 1.5 cups of coconut, etc. 1.5 cups of sugarcane jaggery, 1.5 cups of grated fresh coconut, 2 scant cups of semolina, rawa. This is the big wheat rawa, not white rice rawa. Use the big suji. We have 2 tablespoons of ghee to roast the rawa and half a cup of cashew nuts. To make our tavsalli, I am going to wrap it in turmeric leaves. It's not necessary, you can skip it where you are, but where I am, fresh turmeric leaves are available at this time of year in the monsoon, so we are going to make our tavsalli in turmeric.
I come from Delhi, and in North India, I've never really seen turmeric used in sweet things, but there's a delicious, fragrant, subtle flavor that it brings to sweet dishes, which I love.
Thank you. Here's a recap of the ingredients for tavsalli in one place. Now let's get cooking.
Leslie forgot to mention, but half a teaspoon of salt as well goes into it.
In all our Goan dishes, the savory ones, we add a touch of sugar to bring out the flavor of the ingredients. Similarly, in our sweet dishes, a little touch of salt is necessary for the flavor to come out. Especially the subtle flavor of the cucumber and turmeric leaves will get a boost from the salt. But it's a sweet recipe.
Leslie, what does your apron say?
It says your opinion is not part of the recipe. So please keep that in mind. Thank you at all times.
I am reminded of that every day.
We're going to start with roasting our rawa in ghee. But before that, I'm going to mix the cucumber and the jaggery together so that the jaggery can begin melting. We'll add the cucumber, the coconut and the jaggery. Let them all get to know each other and melt into each other. By the time we roast the rawa, they will be as one. Look at that beautiful coconut. This jaggery is already melting in that lovely cucumber juice. Now we'll roast the semolina. For that we'll start on a low flame. We have to constantly stir the rawa so that it does not burn. This is 2 very generous tablespoons of ghee. If we are a little generous with the ghee, ultimately our cake will not stick to our pan. Let that melt. The ghee is melted, let's roast our rawa. Move the rawa constantly, pressing down to ensure that no lumps form. This is the most crucial stage of this whole recipe. Every other stage is forgiving, but not this one. I have put up this recipe especially for my dear friends Rachna Kamtekar and Sean Nichols and hope to make it together with them someday. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to roast the rawa. You should get an aroma of roasted rawa and it should change color also. After 5 minutes of patient toasting, there is a lovely aroma of rawa in the kitchen, toasted rawa. And now we are going to set our rawa aside and we are going to dry out our cucumber mixture. If you are baking your tavsalli in an oven like I am, this is the time to preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. I am going to dry my cucumber mixture out on a lowish flame, just till the jaggery melts completely. It's already quite melted. And this pan is very hot from toasting the rawa. And add that half teaspoon of salt. I got a bit bored standing there, so I turned up the heat to melt the jaggery faster as I was standing right next to the gas and could keep an eye on it. Now I will slightly turn up the flame. Yeah. While my jaggery is melting, I'm going to start preparing my baking dish that I'm going to bake it in. I'm going to just grease it with a little bit of ghee. Next, we will line the dish with turmeric leaves. I want this to be ready in the beginning because our rawa will get ready all of a sudden. That is enough. We'll use the other leaves to cover the taushe cup. Yep, that looks good. Now again I'll turn the flame down slightly and I'm going to add my roasted rawa. Is going to absorb. We want it to absorb the liquid in our pan. I'm going to fold it in carefully, nicely. There's an aroma like sheera in the kitchen, but with a lovely perfume of cucumber in it. Fragrance of cucumber. Oh, this flame needs to be even less because this cucumber sheera is going to start spitting out. There. You can see how the liquid has been absorbed by the semolina and the mass has become quite dry. This is our cake batter, friends. Studded with cucumber, coconut, cashew nuts. All the great things of Goan cuisine with a little help from Kolhapuri jaggery. There are many ways to cook this cake. You can steam it for 40 minutes, doing the knife test after about 30 minutes. You can use a handvo pan or a pressure cooker without the weight. I prefer to bake it in an oven because my eaters enjoy the crust which forms with oven baking. There. It's ready to transfer. I like to use my ghee bartan to smooth the cake. A little bit of extra ghee falls over the sides. You just add to the flavor. There, nice and smooth. Now the final touch of turmeric leaves. These will also help keep the cake moist. And we're ready to bake this in a preheated 200-degree oven for about 40 minutes. I'm going to bake it at about 200 degrees Celsius for about 40 minutes, but I'll come and check in about half an hour and take a look how it's doing. There you go. You can see that it is coming away from the side, so now we'll do the knife test. Oh yeah, absolutely clean. Our cake is ready. Yay. Now I'm going to leave it to cool for some time. And then I'm going to slice it and taste it.
Looks great, Leslie.
This part is what we quickly ate as soon as it came out of the oven because we were so greedy and desperate to eat it. Now it is cooled and it is easier to cut, and I'm making slices and cutting for everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Tavsalli and turmeric leaf. Monsoon sweet with lots of love from my home to yours. We're going to enjoy this coconutty cucumber cake up in the ghats on an evening monsoon drive. Cheers. Cheers. Yum, yum, yum.
Ta-da.
A monsoon treat for a monsoon evening.
I want the crunchy bit. What a view, huh?
And our beautiful Zuari coming to life in the monsoon.
So delicious.
Oh, okay.
Very nice, it's really very good.
Maria, what you're doing, man?
Wait, I'll come, I'll take from there.
Look at Miss Goa 2023 posing in backdrop of Zuari River.